Hello and welcome. I'm Colin Daniel from riffninja.com. And if you'd like to take your guitar to the next level, you should come and visit us at riffninja.com. Just so you know, this is the first lesson in a series of 3 lessons, and let's get started. This is a very cool song. I'm going to take my reference from the Bobby Fuller 4 version in 1966. I Fought the Law. The Clash did a version, which is pretty cool, but I really like this version. Now, it's not a direct transcription because I worked this out for one guitar. There's actually 3 guitar tracks going on, 3 different guitars going on in the Bobby Fuller 4 version. But I kind of put them all together to make one cohesive piece for one guitar player, because I'm assuming you're not going to have the luxury of 3 other players with you to do this. It's going to use G, C, and D, and I'm going to use bar chords. Now, this is not a power chord or a cheater chord. I'm actually using all 5 strings, 5th, from the 5th down. And my 3rd finger kinks and bars the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, and then misses the 1st string so I can get it with the 1st finger bar back here. And even though I'm playing, it looks like I'm playing the 6th string, I'm only strumming from the 5th string when I strum these chords. It's just for convenience because the change is very fast and it's easy and comfortable once you know this chord. Yeah, you can play it G, C, and D like this, or you can play G, C, and D like this, but this G, C, and D doesn't sound as rich as this. And you're trying to make up for the fact that you don't have as many guitars too, so I take that into consideration too. Now, this is a very interesting song. So let's start with the first 4 bars. So we're going to use a straight 8th strum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's 8 strums to the bar, and 2 strums per beat, which is why you count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so the first bar is just a bar of G. It goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the second bar is half a bar of C and half a bar of G. It goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then it just repeats that same thing again for bars 3 and 4. So you have 1 bar of G, half a bar of C, and half a bar of G. And this is how we count it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And okay. Bar number 5 is a straight bar of G again, straight 8th note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And bar number 6 is half a bar of D and half a bar of G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And now let's do all 6 of those bars together. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when we get to the next bar, it's a 6/4 bar. That's the easiest way I could make it. And you count it as 6 full beats to the bar, with the quarter note getting 1 full beat. So when you use 8th note strums, it's gonna go G, C, and D, 2 beats each, and it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Then it's going to go back to 1 more bar of G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now the last bar I'll get to in just a minute because it's a little trickier, okay? So let's go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 bars, okay? So we're going to have 6 bars of 4/4, then 1 bar of 6/4, and then a bar 4/4 again. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the last bar is a little tricky. You could do it quite simply by playing some single notes, but I prefer to play it in chord because with those 3 guitar players playing it together, it sounds pretty empty just as a single note. I'll get to that in a minute. You'll notice that the original recording of the Bobby Fuller 4 is quite fast, and I've been playing it slower than the original speed of the original recording, and that's to help you get going. Once you get going, you got to go to YouTube and find the Bobby Fuller 4 song and start working with it. So the last bar, you could play an A minor open, a G major, a D7th, and a G, and it's all 1 beat each. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So coming from the second to last bar, the full bar of G, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Now that's you're probably going to find that the most difficult. But if you just take that bar by itself and do that to it, just keep doing that. If you find that way too difficult and you think it's out of your reach, you could play the single notes. You could start on your second string. Oh, sorry, my bad. Second fret, third string with your first finger and play an A. Then you play a G open. Then with your third finger on the fourth string, play an F sharp, and then go back to the G. So it goes. And it mimics the chord changes there. So you could do that. Now I have another trick up my sleeve that I really, really like, and I use 3 string triads, so 3 note chords. I play a G here by barring the G like this. And from my second to last bar to this last bar that we've just been working on, I go. Just 3 note chords. The G major is barred by using the first and second string and barring it with your first finger, and then your second finger's down. It's actually a form of this G major, right? So here's your G major. Then I move up with my third finger and just bar at the 5th fret, all 3 strings, third, second, and first, and that becomes an A minor. You know, so I'm going from bar number, what is it? Bar number 8 to bar number 9. It's got an odd number of bars in it too. That's a little unusual. But I go from bar number 8, which instead of playing a fat G chord like that, I go like this. Instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, I go. The only common chord you might find in there is the D7th chord, but I don't play the open bass, so that becomes an F sharp diminished. So technically it goes from the G major to the A minor, then back to the G major, then to the F sharp diminished. So it goes. And that takes care of the last 2 bars. All right. Now that you've got this down, just click the link on the screen. There, maybe there, for the next lesson. All right, thanks for giving your time, and I hope you learned something. We'll see you in the next lesson.